However, they're off to a stellar start, and they look poised and ready to put.
You can play at your best as we head on in to the land of Dawn. I want to see how this magic damage is going to be applied. Both sides have interesting ways of applying it, but Vitality, they need to accelerate. They need to close the game off with a snowball. I don't see any other way, and LaFell broke it down real nicely. Their scaling isn't as good, but at the same time, it's all magic from Navi.
I agree. I mean, they do have the Hanzo, right? So if they do make it to the late game, yes, scaling is on their side, but also they'll also have much more to play with, not just pure Harry Potter. Is that what he called it?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter draft. All right. Bargain Hunter on both mid and gold. Rain and Rian, again, even though they're scaling, they want to try to make it a bit quicker, you know, trying to get those very pricey items quick. But you got to be very, very careful. Because you go for that, now you're losing a little bit of that combat stats, those combat stats that you would usually have.
Yeah, especially in the laning phase as well, right? I feel like if any big mistakes do happen, naturally, I think that Navi is going to either lean into it, and the same can be said about Vitality as well. They do have some early vision thanks to these Abyssal traps, but at the same time, you never really know. Where is Cine going to come from? Where is she going to attack? And if Rain is going to specifically get hit by an Abyssal arrow.
Hey, Chow in the lane against Rian. Oh, she actually takes it. The BMI. Vivo's going to walk up now, trying to go for the damage. Oh, the Purify out, the Fracture as well. Vivo's going to get taken very low. No punish right now. It's just the Purify out. A bait on the battle spell.
And now, secondary attack. Cine looking for an angle on the opposite side. The Abyssal arrow does not connect, but they're holding each other hostage here, and yet nobody wants to truly fully commit.
Oh, that could have been really good. They already got the Purify out, but Rian's a bit too aware for that, knows that this mid lane's been missing for a bit too long, and that means it's full prio for Navi. Rain and Keishi on the turtle already. Now as Vitality try to look for an entrance into this turtle pit.
And look at Mirai, ever vigilant, making sure that this Nolan has to go hard. Fumiko not at level 4 as they're about to begin this fight.
Great taunt right now as Keishi jumps in with the Pinnacle Ninja. It's going to be the all-in. Vivo goes in, but Fumiko's the one to take it as Vivo gets away. AOG already as Vivian is able to escape, but not Ayanami picks up first blood. So it's a turtle traded for a kill, and both XPs are the ones on the board. That's a good taunt right now onto Fumiko with immobilization as well that forces the Throne of Ruin.
It's already out now. Ooh, Zini unfortunately does not connect with the Abyssal arrow as they go back to neutral states. Really surprised that out of everybody, it was Fumiko who actually gets it, and now a dive on the bottom side.
A cancel straight up on the Blazing Duet. Not going to be a kill. Cine, just a bit of poke onto Mirai, and we're back to level. But Navi are in the lead for now. Look at Vivo. Spawns up, goes straight, booking it into enemy purple buff. That's Grand Theft Purple, Leo.
Oh yeah, they've gotten it. They've gotten it successfully. They've got the stars for it. As not to mention, they go back to where they need to be. And I love this from the side of Vitality. They are making sure they are covering and not wasting too much time taking camps that they don't need to. They gotta be proactive because that's what their composition needs to do.
So now it's back to the slow game. Keishi just trying to read out Cine. Has a good read on her. But remember, damage. Oh my god, Cine gets an Abyssal Arrow on Rain. Forces the flicker. And it's also an aggressive flicker from Cine. My god.
Honestly, was pretty close. I think, you know, if that second half of the leap connected in a single auto attack, I think that should have been more than enough. But still, they still get it again. They've got the battle spells, and with that 100-second cooldown, they can look to maybe try and connect another arrow, ideally, but even for looking at the other people who actually needs that snowball, Vival in particular has yet to find that one kill to accelerate her in this game.
Oh, good take by Rian there, takes it away, and yeah, if it's not just the arrow, right? If you already have Flicker burnt out, now it's that dash skill of yours. Once you use that jetpack, it's Vivo's turn and Fumiko to hold you down for a Wrath of the Dryad combo. You got major AoE skills here with a Flicker.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on this for now, as both sides are looking to go. Flicker is about to come back up for Vival as they proxy that bottom side and even force out the Salmon Force.
Yeah, they just burst it straight out right now as Keishi jumps in onto Vival. That's going to be the AOG to follow it up, but Vival's going to be able to escape right now as Mirai is caught with no AOG and pops in Revitalize Vivian. Same predicament. It's both the roamers just falling here. Vival picks up the kill, and onto the side, I believe it was Rian.
This was an interesting sequence because both sides had two separate ideas. The arrow connects to Throne of Ruin.
That's what we're talking about. The flicker as well. Not even like close to. Wait a second. Bottom lane. Shell's gonna go for the Blazing West straight up onto Rian. And Vival's waiting in the bush right now. Rian actually reading it with the Synchro Fission. Crazy amounts of awareness now as Cine is able to bait out Keishi from that spot, but she has to get away. Now the falling star move for the chase as Fumi got away earlier.
Oh my goodness, when are we going to go back to neutral states? I don't think we're not even done.
We'll never do that. We'll never go back to neutral.
we're still in the scrimmage here. They are still fighting each other.
Whoa, Fumi Echo wants to stick on Keishi with no Pinnacle Ninja.
Okay, very bold, but now proxying the wave knowing that Keishi is there.
God.
Hey, are they not doing anything about this? Okay, I mean,
can't.
Fumiko is just like, try me, fight me. Both of you at the same time if you have to, ideally.
You know what? I think I agree with LaFell, man. I think the Alice needs not just the skin, it needs like one of those MSC Farsa skins. Or sorry, was it Atlas, the Atlas skin that you need to roll for? It has to be exclusive.
It's gotta be exclusive. Or maybe something even further. But that's only assuming that they win this entire tournament. Let's see, 30 seconds from now, Turtle is going to spawn, and I'm expecting Vitality, now that they've already, may even consider trying to go for a dive on towards bot side, but no. Purify is already up. Vivian still doesn't have her flicker up just yet. 22 more seconds.
Rian just jumped in with a Chrono Dash. I believe Mirai spotted Vivo in the bush. Maybe not. It's all in with a Fracture as well, Rian. Good reactions, just Chrono Dashes out of it. No battle spell baited just yet, and it's a Fracture down for, I believe, 20 seconds.
Cool, calm, and collected. They understand, hey, maybe the first initial attack, I can't really dodge it, but that all, I gotta make sure I'm not getting hit by all three of those points. Now, however, that mid lane, you can see immediately, quick punish on towards Cine, keep her out of here. But that's the thing, right? I would have expected Beleric to show up in the mid lane more, just to be able to say, you know what? Concussive Blast it, clear that wave, we get first move.
And look at how slow both of them are playing. This is what happens when you have two assassins, right? It's all about that bait and switch, but Vitality, they have a Selena together with a Nolan, which means they can blitz this Turtle. It's a Selena with a Season Hunter, and that means 3 neutral objectives to Vitality, but only 2 to Vivo. Wait, it's actually only 1? Because I believe Cine got the last one, and Fumi got the first.
Yep, and now looking towards that bottom side, Mirai, they see what's going on here. Rian, she's already defended herself, and I've got to give it to Navi. Their defense has been impeccable. They've done their due diligence to keep Vitality in check.
Yep, we're going to all in onto Vivian. The traction pulse as well, but Vivian just walks out of it. All right, back to the neutral game. Now it's so much slower. Both XPs have already gone for a cut. Seems like setup for a big fight down below.
And, I mean, all because of these scrimmages. Oh wait, the trap, the combo, it's good, but it's not going to kill just yet. I don't think she has enough items to go for the full one-shot, but it will force a recall, which is kind of good. This would mean that, as you can see, Vivian instantly already trying to man mark, looking for Keishi. Where are you? What's your status? And most importantly, where are you going to show up on the map?
They got that map pressure. Vidball goes in. First passive strike, that's the second there. That doesn't land on Ayanami. Yeah, Ayanami is just going to be able to tank this up all day. No chance for them to burst her down. Maybe if she waited for that Melfic roar first, she would deal 10 more damage.
Just a little bit more. I mean, let's pull up the item list to really see whether or not it would have been the difference maker. Because if there is a lot of armor, oh, actually,
right?
Honestly, that would have been it. That could have been it. But overall, it's still a dangerous game. Radiant armor already completed by Fumiko. Every single person who has radiant armor, it's going to be way harder to deal with.
That was crazy. Right there, an attempt. Vivian on it as well, trying to siege this tier 1 down as Fumi Echo tries to cut under tier 2. Rain, big pickup, Sky Piercer. We have to look at this fight. If it's an explosive fight where Rain can thrive and get a few of those kills in, that's going to be big coming into the 10th minute of the game.
Well, talking about big, they're about to crack open mid-tier 1, which is so good. So good for Vitality. People not too worried about Ayanami, who's they're waiting really just to be able to reposition. As the rest of the team looking outside, they're trying to make this gang happen, and Cine in trouble.
Zaman Force already, Cine with the flicker out to the Unbreakable of Mirai. Zaman Force already baited out, but it's for the flicker. Now it's Vitality waiting for Vivo to get onto the purple buff first.
Don't have a naturally pushing wave here, and I think Vitality recognizes this too. Purple buff just obtained by Vival. I don't know if this is the position they want to fight in yet, but at the same time, they can't afford Navi to actually hold on to first position.
Wave mid is shoved in though, and Vivian wants to take an aggressive route into this Lord Pit. They're going to try to get that advantage on the side lane as well.
Yeah.
Sending Fumi Echo to cut under tier 2 up top.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful macro coming up from the side of Vitality. The only way you're going to get Navi to forcefully move is if you start taking some prime positions. Yeah, sure, take the Lord, but if we're shoving out mid, what are you going to do? You can't afford to get flanked. And that's the Falling Star Moon, if I saw correctly.
It was onto Cine. The rest of the team now coming at Ayanami. Wave up top is going to take the tier 1 down. So Vitality, take any structures, just the macro control as Navi have to just group up. This is the nature of their composition. It's built to team fight, and it is not good at splitting up to deal with these split waves.
Oh, it's looking really difficult. As soon as Keishi shows her face, I think that's when Vitality are going to start attempting the Lord. And then it's that consistent back and forth. And I think even for Rain, right, there's just no more camps to actually maintain those stacks overall to get the maximum range from her auto attacks. So at this point, Vitality have all the advantages and really maintains control and tempo over the game.
And Fumi is just going to stay up top. No Zaman Force means that Fumi Echo can stay here a bit longer. Goes for the cut again, this time with a bit of backup though. So Rian, she decides to walk up. It's going to be very scary. Vivo, what a bush to hold right here. Trying to go for that cut. Not on the minions though. On a player, Rian.
She's selling it.
Might just fall into it. Throwing a room going to be used up, and now it's going to be the fracture as well. Zaman Force comes in, but Vivo pops her there. City going to fall as well. Keishi going to be very low. Fumi Echo with a flicker in onto Keishi. Now it's Chum the Blazing Duet. The Rather to Dryad taunts Mirai. And now she's going to get double taunted. Not able to get the AOG in time.
They're dancing around now. Ayanami must peel, and Rain is telling them to stay back, demons. Go to the Lord where you belong, and Vitality is more than happy to oblige.
Impeccable macro from Vitality. They play up top, they push it in, they bait out these resources slowly but surely, and they build upon those small wins.
It's so good. And I love the fact that you don't even get to see this very often with some of the professional teams in the regular leagues. Vitality is so good at pushing and pulling, but also taking advantage of the space. You plant people when you take the space.
It's just ridiculous how good they are able to execute this very difficult to execute composition. The Abyssal Arrow really lands.
We gotta breathe, we gotta breathe. And even a Zaman Force coming out from Rian here. I don't know if Navi is losing composure, but you can also tell that Vitality, they're not slowing down with a 6K lead.
Oh god, good taunt there. I don't think they're gonna lose on composure just yet. They have a very good composition to bring it to the late game, but the Abyssal Arrow lands again, and the Wrath of the Giant is just barely missing out on the front line. Vivian with the Blazing Duet, rather, escaping away. The Blazing Duet comes in from Chell, and they burst Rian down through the Zaman Force. Keishi with the jump. Vivo able to escape right now, but Keishi chomps her down and gets a shot. It's Cine running away as Keishi continues, but she ran out of time as Chell goes into mid, takes the base turret down, and it will be just one base turret with the First Lord.
Honestly, all things considered, pretty good from Vitality. They get an inhibitor, they put both of them really, really low. They got a kill onto Rian, which is even more impressive. And not to mention, all they had to sacrifice it was Vivo, who was already doing significantly better than Keishi all throughout this game.
I know that Chell was ahead, but I didn't know it was by that much. I know Vivo was ahead, but I didn't know it was by that much as well. It's a 2,000 gold lead for the jungle and gold, and that's why they were able to just pop Rian straight up on the Harith.
Well, let's also not forget about the supports here. We got to show some love over to Vivian. She's been playing a really strong game. I mean, so far, the fact that she already has like a 1.5K lead against another support is good enough because the stats that are coming out of her, it's just, what do you do? Half the time, Vivian can just stand in your face and absorb that damage for free, and it feels like you're hurting yourself more than anything else.
They still got a composition to play in the late game. They're going to be caught now. Pops in the Wrath of the Tribe, finds everybody, but there's no throw in a ruin. The Alice is in the bottom lane, and it is a punish from Navi over on Vital. Chell.
Oh, damn. They got to be a little careful here. They can't just take the free shots coming in from Chell. That corrosive side will build up, and eventually you won't be able to escape from this Claude. At this point in time, at least 30 seconds left on the clock before the next Lord actually spawns. And I would say that from Navi's POV, they're a little bit off from getting those full items. Do they notice, though?
Uh-oh, Cine's gonna run. The arrow slows Keishi down enough, but look, yes, it's Vivo. Maybe it's Vivo gonna be caught. Now Mirai goes in with the conceal. Too many dashes for the Nolan with the purple buff. She gets away. It was a risky move. She was waiting for the real body of Keishi to come back there.
Hey, let's not forget that even Navi had a sneaking suspicion of, hey, we don't see where this Nolan is.
Yeah.
Now we need to make sure we cover our backs.
Oh. Look at that burst.
My goodness.
It's all up to Keishi though.
Oh, whoa.
Ninja. She hasn't entered the AOG as well. Vival's gonna have to go for the steal right now. The 50-50 goes to Vival. Blazing Duet in the winner crown already as Mariah's already used the AOG, and now it's a Throne of Ruin, only locking down one. It's a blinking forward again as Vival tries to stop from the side.
They're trying to chase them all the way through. Ayanami falling star move. Vival gets right past them, and we're finally done with the chase. One singular wall keeps them separated.
Oh, the arrow lands onto Rain. There's no one there right now, but Zaman Force has already been baited out as the Lord spawns in mid. And Keishi's back up. She's gonna try to go for a little bit more poke, but she just gets caught. Oh, almost a good read on that body.
I don't know, because right now, if Vitality want to take advantage of the fact that Rian doesn't have that Salmon Force, they need to start pushing this wave right now. It's low, it has a low cooldown. It's going to come back in time. It looks like Vitality want this synchronized wave. Salmon Force already out.
Fantastic pull by Navi onto the Lord, into the bottom lane, but the Lord will already take down that base turret together with Vival. Now as she goes on to Ayanami with a Helmet Shell, tearing through that health bar. It's the Abyssal Arrow again. That doesn't land. Vival's already down. Throwing a Ruin, lands on two right now as Shell pops in Blazing Wind onto Ayanami, and she's going to get bursted out by Vival. But the rest of the team now clamping down onto City. Chell will be taken out by Keishi.
This is Rian's moment. She can turn this all around. They've cleared the wave. They've cleared the problems. And now they hold strong. A near clean wipeout as Mirai just made sure, you know what? At least we know for a fact that Fumieko, she's out of there.
3 base turrets, but Navi show more than signs of life. They got signs of winning this thing with a comeback. It's the scaling that we were talking about from the start, Gideon, that is now really showing. Rian's doing ridiculous damage. Rain as well, and especially with the help of the Crystal. Oh, they're bursting through Fumieko!
They can do it.
Forcing the winner crown. Mariah's right there, but Fumieko has to burn the flick, which means she can't use it aggressively for the next 120 seconds.
Oh man, the Lord is going to spawn, and Fumieko is still not going to have her flicker back up. Dom Eyes repurchased here. What can you really do about this? They gotta breathe for a second, because as we see this game progress, I'm thinking of bad habits that they can exploit. And so far, I think that Vitality has really wrung out all the tricks in the book. I don't see any other mistakes being made by Navi, and their defense has been immaculate now that they've figured out the lines of attacks that we see consistently from Vitality.
Divine Glaive pickup for, I don't know if it was Rian or Rain, but I saw Divine Glaive. And either way, that'll really help this Harry Potter composition. The magic damage, it only is a problem in the early parts and when your opponents snowball. Once you get into those crucial penetration items, don't matter how many defenses you got. Radiant plus Athena, they'll shred through it all.
Yep, they just gotta make sure that they can survive. Biggest damage so far, and not to mention that at least a quarter of it is gonna be true damage on top of it all, thanks to that Starlium Scythe. It's going to be difficult to play, but at the same time, it's really risky to open up the map, unfortunately, for Navi. They kind of have to wait for Vitality to make that first move, but if they don't probe, nothing happens anyways, and they lose free objectives.
Vitality still have the advantage, though, because of that base turret down below, right? It's going to be auto-slow pushing, which means they can continuously just reset the Lord and play it slow. The mid-wave as well is going to be crashing down, and they find the Abyssal Arrow on Mirai. Fumieko doing a good job zoning. Now Keishi pops in Pinnacle Ninjas. Fumieko's going to be caught, but has the blink away from the untargetable. But look at Vival.
Already hiding back in the spot. I'm pretty sure they saw at least the dash, and yes, they check it open. Winter Ground's already used, and they go in further.
They split them up, and now Mirai with no AOG is going to be caught, but still, oh, with the fracture! They deal with immortality. Fumieko, in the midst of it all right now, has the Throne of Ruin, pops in with a crown. Keishi has to go away, but Vival's going to be going in for the chase. City! Finds an Abyssal Arrow, lands it on Rain. Vival's right there to capitalize.
The base is exposed, and not Ayanami cannot deal with this. They're going to have to leave Kenshi by himself. Start proxying that mid-wave. Kenshi, can they do it?
Keishi's going to try to clear out these waves. There's just too many members on her. She gets the unstoppable, but she's returned to her body, and we are at 1-1 in this best-of-7 grand finals.
You wanted to see one hell of a match. We gave you one hell of a match. Game 2 going over to Team Vitality. And